Good beautiful afternoon to all of my lovely Astralites. I hope you guys are enjoying your day so far. So, I'm back at the park once more, and you see that I purposely have a shot of these little houses on top, which basically matches my subject for today, and that is basically this neighborhood is basically falling victim to what's known as gentrification. Now, for those of you that don't know what gentrification is, it's basically the rich and powerful basically want to make the more poor urban areas more attractive for people to move in and do this, that, and the other. And basically, if you've seen She's All That, that's basically what they're doing with the neighborhood. They're essentially saying, okay, let's turn this ugly one into a perfect 10. Makes sense so far? Okay, so you guys are pretty much getting the picture here. So that's basically what they're doing. I guarantee you, if people are living in that little house right there, I know it's paper mache on a statue, but still, like trying to make me move out of here. But that's how it was. The reason I'm bringing this up is because yesterday, as we were in a lift and we were passing by the neighborhood to go have our little magical night and all that stuff, basically, I was looking at all these buildings saying that I was I was being a smart aleck about it, but at the same time, I was being honest. Because let me see if I can. I guess that I know it's you guys can see my reflection, the little fishy thing. But anyway, that's basically where we're at with our economy. I'm saying that. Okay, I think that's better for you guys. Sorry, I'm just trying to get the focus right for you guys. But anyway, I was basically muttering, saying, "Oh yeah, that's really great. Just continue to put in all these unnecessary buildings that people can't afford unless they sacrifice food and water, basically, and this and that." And I was telling Juliana about it. She was like, "What did you say, Etalona?" I was like, I'll tell you when we get out the car." And I don't think I told her until sometime later because we were so busy. Well, I actually think I did, but it just took a minute. Like, I think I did tell her sometime after we got out the car. But basically, she was like, "Yeah, gentrification." I was like, "Yeah, that was the word I was looking for." But that's basically what's happening to our economy, and it's happening more and more in the poor areas, the poor urban areas. They're just like, "All right, let's knock down this ugly looking thing and build the future, and let's make it to let's make it to the point to where people can barely afford to pay rent to live here. Let's continue to increase homelessness." And of course, I mention this stuff all the time. They're going to deny it tooth and nail. But you guys get the truth from me. You guys trust me. You like me. I don't I don't like the powers that be that uh make poor areas worse. I'm just gonna say it. I don't, because you know as through the years we are supposed to be taught how to properly invest and how we can help the people as well as the neighborhood. And I'd say that Midtown and downtown, not just in California, but everywhere else in the world, excuse me, basically is It's increasing in homelessness. Let me get something to drink real quick. It's increasing in homelessness, and people continue to question, like, how are things getting this bad, right? Like, how are things continuing to get worse rather than substantially better? And I'm telling you, right here. And you guys are always gonna get the truth from me, because I'm an observer. I see things with my own eyes, and okay, yeah, that's better angle. But yeah, it's you guys are with me so far, right? People are saying, "Oh, I'm gonna do this and that to make the poor areas much better." You know what can make the poor areas better? Not making these unnecessary buildings that you have to basically save up a year's worth of rent just to live in, just to get past the first month. You know how pitiful that is? That's ridiculous, right? And some of you guys are like, "Oh, Astral, I get that. I definitely get what you're saying, man. It's happening all the time." And for those of you who are shocked at this news, uh, you guys gotta be a little more woke. You gotta pay a little more attention to what's going on in the world. I'm not saying be like me or anything, but I'm saying you gotta pay close enough attention to where you're like, oh man, I cannot believe the economy is really this bad. How did I not see this before? Don't even worry about it. This is why Juliana and I post these videos, because we want you guys to know that there are still real people who would tell you a sour truth rather than a sweet lie to help you feel better. Like, we don't give out placebos on our videos. Like, we don't tell you what you want to hear. We tell you cold hard truths. Because we want our neighborhoods to do better. We want others to succeed. Uh, we want you to do better in your businesses, better in your relationships, and you guys have seen it. Oh, and those of you asking, could you stop moving the camera so much? I apologize. Um, I just didn't want the fish shot in my eyeglasses, because I know that's distracting. But anyway. I'm just gonna stand right here for the remainder of my video. But basically, gentrification goes back to as far as the early 1900s. Back in those days, poor people would actually get kicked out of their homes just so they can knock down the buildings that to them are eyesores, and they want to turn them into these luxury apartments or luxury homes and things like that. I'm just like, you guys are the primary source of homelessness. I hope you know that. And they know that. And they still continue to do it. Like, if you know that, and, but it, if you know that and you refuse to continue to work with the same other people, you decide to leave and make better impacts, then good on you. You guys are not really the ones I'm talking to. I'm talking to the ones who are. Oh, almost dropped my phone. Sorry. Anyway, if you guys are still in the business of still making things worse, you guys are the ones I'm talking to. Like, You're one of those people who are saying, "Oh, I'm going to make a difference. I'm going to do this, that, and the other." If that were true, don't you think our neighborhoods would be substantially better and we would have less chances of homelessness? Really consider that because things are getting substantially worse because of you guys. And of course, Juliana and I, we want to move into a luxury apartment. But in order to do that, we would need at least maybe 5 to 10K saved up just so we can be able to make it past the first few months. Well, I mean, maybe not the first few months because you know how I stack my investments and build my nest eggs and things like that. So, I mean, you guys would at least need, if you wanted to make it past the first month and not have to worry about the second, you would need at least between 6 to 10K. I'm being real with you. And your credit would have to be at least between 6 to 750. 600 to 750 at least. Now my credit's almost at, well, I'll just say it's nearly in the good pile. I'm just gonna say that. I was this close of actually telling you. No, I'm not gonna have nobody try to steal my stuff. Forget that noise. But and don't assume that just because I'm doing better than I was substantially these past few years, I'm not better than you guys. I'm still struggling. Juliana and I, we're still having our issues. We're still doing our best to uh, stack on top of stacks, continue to invest. We're doing these videos so we can be monetized and get paid for doing said videos. Uh, it probably won't happen until at least, and she's doing a quota right now. I'm not because I still got a lot of catching up to do. But I'd say by the end of the year 23, she'll be in better standing than me. But we're a package deal, so her success is mine and vice versa. So and of course I say how proud I am of her and this, that, and the other. And I'm just like, I really want to move. She doesn't like me telling her this, but I'm not. It's not like I'm going to bring this up until I know we're in great financial standing. But basically, I would be like, "Oh, honey, I would really love to live in these luxury apartments. I know I can do this and that." She's like, "Let's just focus on a place that we can actually afford." And I'm just like, "Okay, that's fair." So basically, we're looking at subsidized housings. Um, Honestly, I don't trust subsidized housings because uh, last time I left a message, I didn't get a message back because I was simply asking, how much um, is the down payment or how much is rent? What's the square feet? The basic info, you know? And I haven't gotten a message back since. It's probably not even in my spam. So, if I don't see it anywhere in my email account, I'm just gonna be like, you know what? They're not gonna bother with me. Let's just move on. Because I tried calling and they said they're not doing it in person at this time. So I'm just like, you know, it's whatever at this point. But I was finally able to get to a good start on my nest egg. Like I can easily build up more and more from there. And because also, like I mentioned, I've been skimping out on some of my rent. But you know what? Who cares? It's a slumlord building anyway. They just be happy with whatever we give them. And yeah, I know it's getting ridiculous. Even my sister's place, like she has a small one bedroom apartment, right? And they had to put this giant Whirlpool refrigerator inside. And I'm just like, whoever brought this in did not know what they were doing. Because this is the size that should belong in a home, not a one bedroom apartment. You guys ever have that happen? Like you have something replaced and they don't even measure it correctly? They're just like, cause it, cause her kitchen is like, it's open ended, like on the far end, each side, and it's like when you open it, uh, you can't even. You see what I'm saying? You can't even get to the other side unless it's all the way closed. It's like when you open it, you're just like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna go back this way. It's these apartments are driving me nuts. Like not my, just in general, like the people who are running them, they have no idea what they're doing. They're saying, "Oh, you have to pay this, this, and this." Oh, really? Because last time I checked, you guys didn't do a daggone thing this past year. Like it's like ever since lockdown, they stopped doing their monthly or uh you know how they do the inspections every month or every 6 months? Yeah, they don't do that anymore. And I basically had to fix a good portion of the house myself. When my bathtub faceplate broke, I had to go to Home Depot myself and replace it. Uh, they replaced my stove, which I'm not too mad about. You know, it's nicer than the last one, but they don't keep up the apartments. That's exactly what I'm talking about. And you know, by beginning of next year, of course, or within the next 6 months of 23, they're gonna boost up the rent like probably another $50 to $100. I don't know. That's just my place that usually does it. I don't know how you guys' works, but that's basically what we're dealing with. It's like if you visit the midtown or downtown area and you see all these new places being built up, you're gonna see what I'm talking about. You're just gonna be like, Astral was right. I can't believe they're doing this. Like they're because the poor urban areas are an easy target. That's why the powers that be are like, oh, this is a gold mine. No, it's people's lives. And it's bad enough you guys are playing with them. You guys are creating a monopoly. You guys are at the whole dialysis thing. Of course, I'm gonna vote no. I figure I might as well put in my vote this year and just be like, you know what? Enough's enough. Let's make a difference. And I'm telling you guys too. Let's make a difference. Come election season, come election day, excuse me. Like that should not even be up for debate. Like Prop 29, you guys want to attack people on dialysis? Like how sick-minded are you for doing that? That should not even be up for discussion. You guys realize if it passes yes, that's that's thousands to millions of people dead. I'm gonna be straight up with you. So vote no on that. Because dialysis is too important, especially if you have friends, families, members, it just no, just straight no. It shouldn't even be an option on the ballot. Like, the powers that be are sick-minded for doing that. But of course, that's something else entirely. But yeah, just consider what I said. If you really want to move in to a better luxury apartment, start saving, start investing, build a nest egg, do whatever it takes. Because guarantee it's just going to take me, because since I'm at a good spot, I'd say it'd take me maybe 3 to 6 months to, yeah, we should be, oh, excuse me. I say we should have a fairly nice place between next spring, next summer, somewhere around there. I just gotta continue to hustle, keep working hard, doing what I do. And that's what I want for you guys. Keep working hard, keep that goal in mind. If you live in an uncomfortable place, that's the perfect time. It is a perfect time to start saving. Take advantage before this year ends. Especially if your apartment complex has the eye of the storm. They're just like, you know what? We're not. Because this is what happened with me. Because I only paid half my rent this month. I'm not paying whatever else. So unless they send me uh 3 days or quit, whatever, evicted, whatever, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. I'm gonna keep building money up. And I'm a little past my time, but that's okay. I'm gonna keep going with this for another minute or so, because this is important. We look at our checks and we're just like, oh, I can actually do this and that with my money. It's just material things with it. It is the perfect time to start saving up a few dollars. And it doesn't have to be literally a few dollars, you can put like, just remember, I said if need be, take out at least between 1 to 200. Set that aside, build on top of that, and see where you are within the next couple weeks or within the next 30 days. Somewhere along those lines. Because it's like I said, your life's going to make a better impact if you don't go to these banks well, banks period, basically. But just remember what I said. Like, the powers that be are playing with us. Let's show them we can play and fight right back. Basically, that's all I got for you. Just continue to build money, set aside, make it better for you and your family, whomever. Let's show these higher ups we mean business. I love you all. Namaste. I'll talk soon.